Welcome to my Java Basics tutorial series, and what this series is going to be about is developing your basic Java skills, so this way we can learn how to program using Java. And we are going to be gearing this series towards students that have never created a program before. In addition, we are gearing this towards high school students, so I'm going to be using this as a supplement to my lecture notes. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to create that wonderful tutorial that about there's 30 or 40 of them online, probably even more, about how to set up your machine. And we are going to do it in a way where we will be able to do Android development eventually down the road, but that's not the focus on this series. It's just a general, hey, this is how we're going to set up our machine so we can do lots of different things. So the very first thing that you're going to need is the Java Jdk. So you're going to open your internet browser and you're going to go to Java Jdk. And what the JDK stands for is the Java Development Kit. So we definitely want that. So we're going to search for that, and it should be one of these links here. You can get 7 or 8. It doesn't really matter. On this particular machine, I have 7. So I'm going to click on 7, and I'm going to be given all these different things I could download. Now, if you're on a Windows machine like I currently am, and you happen to be taking my class, one of the things I have found is not to try to mess with the 32 versus 64 bit thing. So I generally only install the 32-bit just to make my life a little bit easier. So I accepted the agreement, and I should download the 32-bit version. If you do 64-bit version, that's okay, but honestly, stick with this and your life will be much easier. I don't think most of you guys will have Solaris machines. If you have Mac OS, you may need to download that. And then here's your Linux distributions as well. So once you're finished downloading that, you just install it. Just follow the installer. Java is already installed on this machine already, so we're good to go there. Then what we're going to do is we are going to actually search for Android Adt. And what that is, it's a bundle. So I'm going to come here, AD plugin for developers. And that's the wrong link. Maybe next one. I could probably link to these, but let's put the bundle in here just in case. Bundle. And let's try that. There it is. So once we get here, developer android.com SDK /index, we're going to download Eclipse Adt. Now, the reason I'm having us do this because this way I don't actually have to set up the Android stuff later. So in another tutorial series, I'm just going to reference this video for it. But we're going to download this. Now, what is the difference? So if we actually search Eclipse, most of you guys will think, hey, that's going to be Twilight. It's not. Twilight's actually the what is it, 4th link down? 1, 2, 3, 4. There was a time when it was 2nd, but Eclipse has always been 1st. So if we go to Eclipse, and we're on current edition is Luma, and this is a great development toolkit that you guys can download here. Just go to Downloads, and you can get Eclipse Standard. And that's pretty much will do everything that you'll need to do. I always do the 32-bit version. It just makes life simpler for me. So once you download this, you are going to be given a zip file, and you're going to extract that zip file. Actually, it's in here. And in this particular has a folder in here, and it's ADT bundle Windows. It's the 32-bit version. This is the time that it was built. I go in here and I have the Eclipse the SDK. This is for Android. We're going to completely ignore this for now. And this is our Eclipse folder. Now, what I would suggest doing is making a link to it on your desktop. See, I have a link right here, and as you can see right here and here. So we're going to open up this Eclipse. It's going to ask us to run it, and we're just going to create a simple project. I'm going to give you a kind of tutorial. This is called an IDE. So this is our development environment. So we are actually, in this particular version, it's using Juno, which is a slightly older version of Eclipse. But it works just the same, and I haven't seen much of the difference between it, mainly because I don't use Eclipse to its capabilities. So as it loads up, we're going to be just reiterating the fact that we're going to be doing high school, or gearing toward this towards high school, and we're going to be doing Java, and maybe a little bit. Okay, now for some reason it didn't ask me what workspace I wanted to use it, so I'm going to do switch workspace. Now this is a project-based IDE, so you always want to make sure that your workspaces are perfect. So in this one here, I'm going to still save it onto the desktop, and I'm going to call it tutorial videos. So I'm going to have a folder called tutorial videos. I'm going to click OK. It's going to restart Eclipse. And then this way I have a fresh copy of it. So let it run. I don't know. Oh, it's just saving the workbench state. It really doesn't need to do that. Go away. Okay. And now it's going to reload. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize that it was on automatic right now from my previous project. So here is what your Eclipse looks like. If you have a welcome screen, just exit it out and you will get to this. Now, even if you downloaded the normal Eclipse, you'll just have a different icon here in the top left corner. So in order to create a new project, we're going to click on File, New, Java Project. If you do not see Java Project there, what you're going to do is I'm going to hit cancel here. If you do not see New Java Project, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Other. And inside of Java, you will see Java Project. If you do not see Java there, Java has not been successfully installed, so you need to check your installation there. Now here's a project name. We're going to do this video tutorial 1, and we are going to say, okay, what type of JRE are we going to run it as? We're going to do 1.7, or you can use a project specified JRE 8. Actually, I guess Java 8 is installed on here. So we're going to click on Finish. And now we have a folder over here. Now we have source, that's where we're going to keep our source files. And then we have the JRE system library. And these are all the packages inside that make Java work. Right now we're not going to be going over them. And you shouldn't really delete them or do anything with them. So I just leave them there just to assume that you need that and don't really worry about it. Now inside of the source folder, we're going to right click, we're going to do New, and we're going to do class. So everything that we do is inside of a class. Okay, our name of our class cannot be empty, and in general we would like it to start, every word that's inside the class name needs to start with a capital letter. Also, do not put spaces for there. So for example, if I wanted to do video tutorial, I would make sure I'd have a capital T and a capital V with no spaces here. Now to make our lives easier, we have a public static void main. Now what that is the starting point for our program. So we want to have public static void main there. If you do not check it, you can manually write it. That's okay, but just by checking this box does a lot of work for us. So we're going to finish, and it's going to create the class for us. And here we go. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is I'm going to get rid of some of these comments, and to make sure that everything works perfectly, we are going to be writing our very first command. Our command must be inside these two curly braces that give us that this is inside of main. So these curly braces say they are inside of main, and main is inside of this class. So all of our work needs to go and be right here. If you write outside, you will get an error. This is kind of like Microsoft Word. So if I do an if blah blah blah, I will get an error. All right. That's weird that see I still have all the errors right here. It might not actually say, hey, it's right, the error is right here, but it will give you some errors. So our goal here is just to write our name. So I'm going to do system.out.println hello Kyle. So the computer should now print out hello Kyle when I run it. So we're going to come over here to the play button or run, and it's going to compile and run our code. So we should see it down here at the bottom, and you can see that it says hello Kyle. Pretty straightforward there. So that is just setting it up at home. If you can get this far, you have successfully set up a program, and you've actually written a program if you're able to write this little test program. So if you have questions, let me know if you're having trouble getting things set up. Like I said, a lot of the issues that I've had in the past, or working with students I've had in the past, just make sure that your Java edition matches your Eclipse edition, and it's a lot easier just to go 32 than trying to finagle whatever you currently have on your system. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time when we actually start writing a program.